We've just spent some time looking at vine vegetables, or we should say fruit, and we're going to draw some now. So just like before, we're going to start at one side and work our way over. But since all of these vegetables actually hang or are growing off vines, we're not going to draw from the bottom today. We're going to draw from the top, like they're hanging down. So up at the top, I'm going to draw some peas first. And I'm just going to do a line down. So that's going to be my hanging stem. And from the stem, I'm going to make almost like half circles. So there's going to be a line that comes out. And then underneath that line, I'm going to make like a half circle. I'm going to do a bunch of those. I'm going to leave a little space so it looks like there's a stem for that part of the pea. And I might even make like a little small one, like a baby one. I want it to look a little more like peas and give people a hint. I might even draw an extra little line here with a couple half circles. So they look like there's some peas sticking out. Also, these kinds of vines have little curlicues coming out of them. Might draw some leaves too. A lot of these leaves are almost like heart shapes. So I'll start with a stem and then on either side, almost like an oval but coming up a little bit. It looks like a heart. Maybe I'll do another little pea down here. If you wanted to draw some flowers for this flowering vine plant, the flowers are white and pretty small. I always draw just little ovals. And so a U shape, and then little loops. Alright, so make your peas. When you're done, put your pencil down, eyes on the board. Alright, next is going to be eggplant. Eggplants were those really big purple ones. So right next to it, I'm going to make an eggplant. I'm going to make some lines coming down that are really thick. And then on either side of this stem, I'm going to make a really big oval. And then some little loops. And you'll have another one up here. Nice and big and round. And if I make it right next to it, I might have to go behind, which means I'm not going to draw the line there. I'm going to draw around it. So these eggplants have really big leaves. I probably should have made my eggplant go down a little further. What I might do is add a stem coming from behind. And maybe I'll make a little baby eggplant down there to fill up the space with another little leaf. Now eggplant flowers are kind of purple, pink, white. And I'm just going to draw a little bud, so that's going to be a flower later, and I'll color it white and pink. When you're finished with the eggplant, put your pencil down, eyes on the board. Next is the zucchini. I'm going to add some zucchini right here. Very similar to the eggplant, but I'm going to learn this time. I'm going to start down here and draw my zucchini first. Really big ovals. And then I'll add the stems coming up like that. Now I still have another vegetable after this, so I need to be careful. fruit, not to make it too big. Oops. Big leaves for this one. I'm going to make my leaf so big it's going to go behind both of the zucchini. Another big leaf this way. And the zucchini flowers are little and yellow. I'm going to make almost like a triangle, so they're coming out like this, and then a little wiggly line coming out. When you're finished with your zucchini, put your pencil down, eyes on the board. The last one is tomatoes. Now my tomatoes are a little different because they do kind of grow up from the ground, and we're gonna not, they're pretty close to the plant. So here, I'm just gonna make a line that's coming down, and you could make it go all the way to the bottom if you wanted. And my tomatoes obviously are circles. I'm going to make little stems coming out from the main stalk, and tomato leaves are kind of fluffy on both sides. The flowers for tomatoes are small and white. If you want to draw more than one layer like I am, you can. When you're finished with your tomatoes, you can start to trace. I'm doing the exact same thing we did on the last vegetable thing, and that is just tracing all of our lines. When the tracing's finished, you can begin to color. Same thing we did with the last one. Think of more than just one color for things. So I used different greens for my leaves. I used yellow for my zucchini flower. Remember the eggplant flower was kind of pink and white. Peas, I don't have a flower on this one, but the flowers are white if you want to make flowers for the peas, or the tomatoes. They both have white flowers. And you can see my tomatoes are slowly changing color. They're starting green, then they turn yellow, then they turn orange into red. So I have a bunch of different colored tomatoes so you can see which ones are ripe and which ones need more time. I traced the stems so it would be a little bit easier to see. And I also added some more rain. You don't have to draw rain. Again, you could make clouds, bugs flying, maybe there's a butterfly or a bee. You could color the sky in. Any of those things work. Take your time though.